game one. Make that first impression.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Johnson looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cook. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Cook. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Goes to the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense got it. Racing to the right. The 30. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
That's how you do it. Cause the fumble, scoop it up, try to put it in the end zone. How about the big fella getting down the field? He didn't score, but flipped the field completely and now set this offense up in a position to score some points.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Shoots it to the left. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Johnson wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Everett. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Using his legs, it's Cook. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Wants to fire on second down. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Irish time to think about it. They'll open the quarter going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to... There he goes! Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the run, it's Coates. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Here comes the option. The pitch. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work? And he's going to score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been bumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Swings it out to the flat. Oh, he's got some space. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, that toe-tap catch had a little style, but not much substance on that.
No, the defense did a good job, too, using the sideline to their advantage. Using the sideline as a 12th man. There was nowhere for that receiver to go except get one foot down and get out.
So now it's second and long. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Harris. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finds a man on the right. Turning it on. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Johnson looking to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way.
Now, I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Fires to the big fella. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Going to try to get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On the run, it's Cook. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll try to field a butt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Here come the Irish back on offense. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the...
Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. And you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options. They're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They'll line up to go for 2. Johnson looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. We're starting to get late. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. Running back searching for a hole.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Here's the handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Let's go. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Cook. Touchdown, Aaron! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Takes a snap, wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun. Give on the inside. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game. You got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking to throw for it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Got his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, they execute the end route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Give to the back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive numbers.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man in the middle.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
He splits the uprights, and now they regain the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 35 over Ole Miss. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Johnson looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, the running back looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Right back to him on the ground. There he goes. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the block.
Touchdown, 5 yards. They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And the lead's now 4, so you go for 2, try to get it to 6 to at least make them have to kick the extra point if they're going to beat you. He'll ride his man on the option. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. First down. Quickly complete. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Longhorns have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got the quick pass. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He's got it on the move. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. We need to go for it on fourth down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Will not be able to turn the corner. He was fighting for that yardage, and he is stopped short. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because